Tomorrow, we know that the federal government and the Alberta government are going to sign a memorandum of understanding on a new pipeline to the BC Northwest Coast. Now, we don't know exactly what conditions are going to be laid out in this MOU for a potential proponent of this pipeline to meet, but what I can tell you is the political side of things. For the Liberals and Mark Carney, I would think politically, for most people across Canada, they won't care. For some people, they will look at this as good for the country and good for Alberta, but overall, I think the general consensus will be that most people won't actually care. Now, in British Columbia itself, the response is going to be much different. Many people are going to see this as an attack on BC itself, an attack on BC's environment, an attack on BC First Nations. Now, is that going to translate into a loss of popularity for the Liberals in BC? That is a possibility. Is building a new pipeline going to increase the Liberals' popularity in Alberta or other places across the country? Possibly. The president of the Coastal First Nations in British Columbia says that this pipeline will never be built. And she said that they would use every tool in their toolbox to keep tankers, oil tankers, out of BC's northern coastal waters. BC Premier David Eby is also very opposed to this, but people have to understand that there is no situation where the Premier of British Columbia is going to support a oil pipeline. It is just not politically popular for him to do so. But what does this do for Danielle Smith and her governing UCP party in Alberta? They are definitely going to treat this like the biggest political win since sliced bread. The interesting thing about the UCP is that in their last election in Alberta, they ran on this platform that Ottawa and the Liberal government are out to get Alberta, and in order to protect Alberta, you needed to elect them. But it seems like that fight and that threat may be non-existent after tomorrow. Poll after poll in Alberta shows that education, healthcare, and affordability are the things that are most at the top of Albertans' minds. Pipelines hardly rank in the top 10 issues, and outside of the core UCP supporters that would vote for the party no matter what, I don't think this is going to be a huge political win in Alberta for Danielle Smith and the UCP. But we will have to wait and see what is in that MOU tomorrow. I will be sure to give you guys all the details over on my Substack.